Hey, what's going on, guys? Back to you guys in another video. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about how important are grades to college students, right? Because here we are, we're doing our best, we're whether it's studying for a test a week beforehand, 2 weeks beforehand, or the night before, or same thing with writing that paper. Going to the tutoring center, getting proofread, or are you cramming for it, the night before, even hours before? Honestly, I'm a new college graduate, so it's still embedded in my brain. I still remember, how it feels to type an essay like literally, hours or sometimes minutes before it was due. It was a very bad habit, and that's kind of why I try to kind of give you guys tips on how you can avoid that, because for me it was always a struggle. I tried doing it in advance, a week before I at least started, but my brain just couldn't function, and I don't know if it was due to distraction or lack of focus, but no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't sit down and study or write a paper in advance, whether it was a week in advance, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I've tried it. But that's beside the point here, right? So the problem with grades is that we can do really good in the class in terms of effort, but sometimes it's the professors that we don't get along with, or their teaching style, the way they grade stuff. Some teachers are really hard, and they're nitpicky, and they deduct a lot of points for the smallest mistakes, or sometimes not even mistakes. It's just sometimes that professors don't they don't personally agree with your point of view, and that's not how it should be. College is a place where all ideas, all perspectives are welcome, and here you are seeing some teachers who take points off for a student that they don't agree with. I had this problem in history class. I'm not a very political person, but there are some stuff that I do believe in. And with my history teacher, she was on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, which I didn't have a problem with. That's what makes a class interesting, right? It's just sharing different point of views and kind of like coming to well, you don't have to come to an agreement, but just get different perspectives, right? I might borrow, well, not borrow, but I might like something that you mentioned. I might start looking into that, vice versa. So but the point is that grades are important to college students, but they're not everything. I see way too many college students stressing over grades, and rightfully so. I'm not saying that they're making a mistake, but at the same time, it's it's to the point where they get depressed, or sometimes even they want to commit suicide because they feel like they don't they're not doing whatever they're supposed to. They're not either making their parents proud, or they feel like they're not going to get far in life, or they feel like their hard work's not paying off. And at the end of the day, it all balances out. You might get a C or D in this one class, but you might get 3 A's next semester. So it'll make up for it. It all balances out. And and also your GPA, your grades aren't really important unless you're going to go to grad school. I'm learning this right now. I'm a first generation college student. If I knew that GPA was going to be heavily weighted, when you go to grad school, I would have not to say I didn't try at all, but I probably would have probably made a little bit more effort into making sure that B turned into an A, or the C that I got, it turned into a B. I probably would have tried to work with the teacher on how I can get those extra few points, but it is what it is right now. So if you aren't getting the grades that you need, it's not the end of the world. Trust me. I'm living it right now. Just try everything you can, and that's all that matters, because sometimes professors just don't want to give you the grade that you deserve. I'm not here to tell instructors that you're not doing your job, but at the same time I feel like you should be more understanding of a college student. We're very stressed out. And it goes beyond the classroom, right? It's not just, oh, you should study more. It's not about that. You might have a lot of personal things going on in your life. You might there might be death. You might not even have money to eat tomorrow. You might be homeless. So there's just so many struggles that come or that exist in a personal life that affects your studying, because studying is all mental, right? If you're not happy, or if you haven't eaten for days, you can't really study, because you're more worried about eating than studying. So I feel like professors, they should definitely they should definitely be more lenient and more understanding of where. And also, I think that students don't really go to office hours. They don't make an effort to communicate with their teachers. If you can't really talk to them in person, if you're too uncomfortable, or if you're too shy to talk to them in person, just go email them or something, right? Just get your your point across one way or another, whether it's in person or through email. You know, most professors are understanding, you know, because they were college students themselves once, so they know where you're coming from. You know, just talk to them, and you know, it might help you out with your grades. You know, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, based on my experience. But that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.